Good afternoon, and welcome to our final performance of Neil Simon's Fools. We're happy that you have us, that you were able to join us today, so thank you for coming. A couple of things before we begin. First off is cell phones. If you could please shut them off entirely. If they're on during the show, it does cause a problem with our wireless mics, especially if texts come in, it makes a blip. And that way my students know if your phones are off, then no one will be texting, which is not appropriate for theater, of course, all right? So if you have to make a phone call, if you go down the steps to where Miss Connolly sold you the tickets, you could make a phone call from there. I also have to thank the Pelham Education Foundation. Your centerfold is a little form for them. The FPA stands for Friends of Performing Arts, and the Pelham Education Foundation is nice enough to house that account for us so you can get your benefits and tax deductions for donating. If you'd like to give to our fund specifically, you just need to fill out that form and on the check write FPA in the memo line, or you can go to the website and there is a box you can click for the Friends of Performing Arts Fund. Last year was our best fundraiser. We made almost $8,000, which really helps defray the costs of all the production elements you see in the high school and middle school productions. So without their help, this couldn't happen. So thank you, Pelham Education Foundation. And this year they sponsored 2 of our artists to work with our students. Our lighting designer, Mr. David Pence. David, thank you for being here. And our technical director, Mr. Brian Wiedeking, who could not be here today, but he helped with the set. So thank you, Brian. Yes. So we have a couple of things. We have the 50-50 raffle, of course. $1 each for a chance, and half the pot goes to you if you win. And of course, we have the famous Kiss the Cast and Crew, which is for $1. You can send kisses backstage to your favorite cast or crew member. We also have concessions for sale, featuring, of course, the legendary Mrs. Paniker's brownies. Even though her students have graduated, she still bakes for us, so thank you, Mrs. Paniker. I think people come just for the brownies sometimes. And I also want to take this, the last day we're going to have, after the bow, we're going to have the crew come out that's here. And this is one of the best sets I think we had, and I talked about it in at intermission. If you look at the different headshots, I put up how we started from a sketch of what this town will look like and how all the art crew and set crew worked countless hours to make it happen. Theater is a collaborative process. It's one of the few places that still everything is hand done, drawing, costumes, everything. So I think we should celebrate that sense of community in the arts, and I thank you for being here to support us. Fools. Neil Simon, the Pelham kids love Neil Simon. We read him in the English classes. We read Brighton Beach Memoirs, which is a semi-autobiographical play. The Pulitzer Prize-winning Lost in Yonkers we look at. And Fools is kind of one of his sleeper hits. It opened in the 80s in the midst of a newspaper strike, and it was now found a home being produced at college level and community theater and high school, and I think you'll see why. It's his only comic fable, which tells of this poor town, Kulyenchikov, suffering from a curse, and I think that you'll enjoy it. I ask you sit back, relax, turn off those cell phones, and enjoy Act 1 of Neil Simon's comic fable, Fools. Thank you.
Kulyenchikov. I like it. It's exactly as I pictured. A quiet, pleasant village, not too large. The perfect place for a new school teacher to begin his career. I have a passion for teaching. Greek, Latin, classic literature, astronomy. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. To be honest, I did spend mornings for 2 years in a small children's school in Moscow teaching tiny tots rudimentary spelling and numbers. But this is my first bona fide professional appointment as a full-time schoolmaster. Actually, I had never even heard of Kulyenchikov until I saw an advertisement by Dr. Zubritsky placed in the college journal.
Wanted. Teacher must be smart. Very, very smart. Pay 50 rubles a week, but 40 if you are really smart. Send inquiries to Dr. Zubritsky, care of the postman of Kulyenchikov.
Although the position was in a remote village in the Ukraine, I don't mind telling you that my heart was pounding with excitement when I received an offer. I jumped at the chance to teach, and off I set. I switched trains at Minsk, and again at Pinsk before getting off at Kolyenchikov?
Kolyenchikov Station.
Station master, I don't see a town.
Yeah, that's right.
But you just said Kolyenchikov.
No, I said Kolyenchikov Station. Kolyenchikov is a whole 2 days' journey to the east.
Odd. Why would they build the station 2 days' journey away from the town?
Well, I'm afraid they didn't get the math quite right, and once the station was built, what was there they could do? They couldn't very well move the town now, could they?
I suppose not. 2 days' journey, you say?
Due east.
As confused as I was by this strange encounter, my heart was nonetheless pounding with excitement. I began my journey down the road. You can imagine my surprise when, one day into my journey, I encountered a colleague of mine from the teaching college, hurrying down the road in the opposite direction. Madam Plishka, what are you doing on this desolate stretch of road, and where are you hurrying to?
Leon Tolchinsky, is that you?
It is indeed, but where are you hurrying to?
As far away from that town of fools as I can get.
And where are you coming from?
Why, Kolyenchikov, of course. You've never seen a more motley collection of simpletons assembled in one place. Why, the stupidity is beyond description.
Surely you exaggerate.
Exaggerate? Exaggerate? This is a town where the farmers are so dumb they think brown cows give chocolate milk. Where the citizens sleep with tape measures next to their beds so that when they wake up they can see how long they've slept. If everyone in that town spoke their minds, they would be speechless.
I have accepted the post as the town's new schoolmaster.
Run, Leon. Run as fast as you can in the opposite direction towards Moscow. For if you try to teach the fools of Kolyenchikov, you will lose your wits as surely as I have. Run, Leon! Run!
Perhaps the strain of Madame Plishka has left her somewhat irritable, for surely no town could be as foolish as the one she described. I thought nothing of it until, by some unlikely coincidence, one day later, I encountered another colleague of mine, Nikolai Popov, hurrying down the road away from the town and towards the train station.
What fools! Not a drop of common sense among the whole lot of them.
Nikolai Popov, calm yourself, man. It is I, your friend and colleague, Leon Tolchinsky.
Leon?
Tolchinsky.
Forgive me, Leon. After a day in that madhouse, Kolyenchikov, I hardly know right from left and up from down. I answered an advertisement seeking a school teacher, and after a day among them, just 24 hours, I'm ready for the madhouse.
They can't all be that bad. They must have some educated people. I was summoned by a doctor, Dr. Zubritsky.
Zubritsky may be the most foolish of them all. If you say you've got a cold, he'll sit you in the icebox. If you say you're running a fever, he'll tell you to sit down and stop running. When that man has half a mind to do something, he really means it, literally.
But I have accepted the post as the town's new schoolmaster.
No, Leon. Turn back now. If you have any hope of holding on to your own sanity, do not enter Kolyenchikov.
First Plishka, now Popov. Could Kolyenchikov truly be as foolish as they described? As I approached the town, it was deserted. Perhaps I was a little early. I'm one of those extremely eager and enthusiastic people who's up at the crack of dawn ready to begin his work. This is a very, very auspicious day in my life. Excuse me.
Elenya! Marushka! Olga! Where are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Did you happen to see 24 sheep?
24 sheep?
Yes! There were 14 of them.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, if you do, would you give them a message for me?
A message for the sheep.
Yes! Tell them the shepherd is looking for them, and they should tell you where they are, and I'll come get them. Thank you.
Wait, excuse me. What is your name, please?
Snetsky.
And your first name?
How soon do you need it?
Never mind, forget your first name.
I did.
My name is Leon Stepanovich Tolchinsky. I'm the new schoolmaster.
Oh, is that a fact? I'm very honored to meet you, Leon Stepanovich Tolchinsky. I am something Snetsky. You were staying the night?
You don't understand. Kolyenchikov will be my new home. I'm going to live here and teach here. I am, if I may say so, an excellent teacher.
Oh, they all were. They came by the thousands, but not one lasted the first night. It's so hard to blow these. I don't know how the sheep do it.
You've had thousands of teachers?
More. Hundreds. We're unteachable. We're all stupid in Koyenchikov. There isn't a town or village more stupid in all of Mother Poland.
Russia.
Whatever. All good people, mind you, but not a decent brain among them. Oh, that feels so good. I just opened up my ears. I thought you were whispering. What were you saying?
Are you telling me every man, woman, and child?
All stupid, including me. Talk to me another 10 minutes from now and you'll begin to notice.
I was hired by Dr. Zubritsky to teach his young daughter.
Teach his daughter? Oh, impossible. The girl is hopeless. 19 years old and she just recently learned how to sit down. She's hopeless. She can't even tell the difference between a cow and a duck. Not that it's an easy subject, mind you.
Something's up here. I thought nothing of it then, but when I first read it, I did notice that every word in the advertisement was misspelled. I'm sure Dr. Zubritsky will explain it all to me. You've been most helpful, Citizen Schnetsky. I enjoyed our chat.
As did I, Master Tolchinsky. You know, he's not the only one that can have private thoughts. I can have private thoughts. The trouble is that I can never think of a good thought to have in private. Oh, I must be on my way. Good day, schoolmaster.
I'm sure we'll meet again.
Oh, of course. Just mention my name to anyone. Snetsky the sheep loser.
9 o'clock and all is well. "8:15 in the village of Koyenchikov and all is well." "7:56 and all is well."
Good morning, postman.
Good morning, Butcher.
A beautiful sunny day we're having, isn't it?
Is it? I haven't looked up yet. Oh, yes, lovely, very nice.
Do I have any mail?
No, sorry. I'm the postman. I have all the mail.
My sister in Odessa hasn't been feeling well. I was hoping I would hear from her.
It's a little hard to hear all the way from Odessa. Perhaps she wrote a letter. I'll look.
Fish! Fresh fish! Nice fresh flounder and halibut! A good piece of carp for lunch!
Good morning, Yenchna.
Oh, how about a nice piece of haddock? Isn't that a beautiful fish?
What do you mean, fish? Those are flowers.
They didn't catch anything today. Why should I suffer because the fisherman had a bad day? Try the carp. It smells gorgeous.
I don't have any letters from your sister, Slovich, but I do have a nice letter from the shoemaker's cousin. Would you like that?
Is she sick? I hate reading bad news.
No, in perfect health. Come on, take it. You'll love it.
Can you believe my daughter hasn't written to me in over a year?
Doesn't your daughter live with you?
It's a good thing, too. Otherwise, I'd never hear from her.
Good morning.
Yeah.
My name is Leon Stepanovich Tolchinsky. I'm the new school teacher.
Mishkin, the postman.
Slovich, the butcher.
Yenchna, the vendor.
How do you do? I was just talking to a shepherd named Snetsky.
Ah, yes. Something Snetsky. We know him well.
He was pleasant enough, although I hope I don't seem unkind, somewhat deficient in his mental alertness.
Oh, that's Snetsky, all right. He was kicked in the head by a horse.
What a pity. When was that?
Tuesday, Wednesday, twice on Friday, and all day Saturday.
What lovely and fragrant wares you have to sell, madam. Perhaps I might buy some for my new employer. How much are they, please?
Well, the flounder is 2 kopecks, but the halibut is 3.
I beg your pardon?
If it's too much, I have a nice whitefish for 1.5.
Perhaps the dialect is a little different in this part of the country. I'm very eager to begin my duties. Will one of you be so kind as to point me to the home of Dr. Zubritsky? Thank you. Perhaps I'll go in the one direction you haven't pointed to. Pleasure meeting you all. Hello again.
Yeah,
Found your sheep?
not yet. Who is that?
The new school teacher.
Another one? I just met one a few minutes ago. They must be having a convention here.
Count Yusekovich up the hill isn't gonna be very happy about this.
That's right. Count Yusekovich doesn't like new school teachers.
Why not?
He's afraid they'll break the curse.
What curse?
The one that's made us stupid since the day we were born.
Oh, that one.
That's right. I've been dumb for 51 years. What about you, Snetsky?
I'll be done 43 years next July.
And you, Slovich?
41 years for me. What about you, Jensna?
I just turned the corner of 26.
Well, that corner must be about 40 miles from here. Well, I wish the new schoolmaster the best of luck in breaking the curse.
What curse?
Now open wide and say, ah. Wider. Wider. Oh, yeah. Now, okay. Your throat is just fine, but I'm afraid you're going to have a little bit of trouble with your stomach.
Why is that?
You just swallowed my stick.
But am I in good health?
Oh, the best of health. You'll live to be 80.
But I'm 79 now.
Well, you've got a wonderful year ahead of you.
Good. I must keep my strength. I am magistrate. Law and order must be preserved.
Do you want a prescription?
For what?
I don't know. Sick people like to get prescriptions. Here, yeah. Take this to the druggist and pick out something you like. Take it 3 times a day with a little water. And goodbye, sir.
How much do I owe you, doctor?
Forget it. If I ever go to medical school, you can send me a little something, all right? Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
Goodbye.
He's here! He's come! He arrived not 2 minutes ago! He's young! He looks strong, determined! Maybe he'll be the one, Nikolai! Maybe this one will finally be our salvation!
Calm yourself, Lenya! Who has come? Who will be our salvation?
The new... They come and they, we had one once, but no more.
Oh God, I know who you mean.
They have a place.
Mm-hmm.
And they go to that, place.
They go to the place with the desks.
Oh, they point to you.
They stand in front of the room.
They ask you, something. What do they ask?
They ask if you...
And if you get it wrong, they yell at you. They say, why didn't you?
And he's outside.
Just down the street.
Well, show him in, Lenya, show him in. And pray God this will be the one who will deliver us and all of Kuyanchikov from this dreadful... this dreadful... what is it we have again?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like nurse.
Nurse?
Or hearse.
Oh, is it purse?
Worse.
Oh no, it couldn't get any worse. Now think.
Perhaps it's not.
Knock, that doesn't sound anything like nurse. Come on, look.
No, at the door. We have a knock.
Oh, I see. We'll go open and knock. I can vote
my
though.
hat.
Dr. Zubritsky, Madam Zubritsky, I'm delighted to be in Klienchikov. I am Leon Stepanovich Tolchinsky.
So you are the new... The new...
Yes, I am he.
It is he, Lenya. It is he. The new... the new...
But you look so young to be,
Not at all. I think in time you will find that I am, if I may say so, one of the best young... Well, I don't want to seem immodest.
Oh, no, please be immodest. We love immodesty here.
The more immodest, the better. The best young one. What?
The best young teacher in all of Russia.
Teacher! He's a teacher! Lenya, the new teacher is here.
Thank goodness, the teacher's here.
Thank you. I'm most gratified at this warm and overwhelming reception.
Make yourself at home, teacher. Take off your coat, teacher.
Sit down, teacher. Lenya, get the teacher a cup of tea.
Would you like some tea, teacher? Or some pens and paper, teacher? Perhaps you'd like to start teaching right away, teacher?
Well, no one's more eager than I am. Madam Zubritsky, these are for you.
Oh, a white fish! I saw them on sale today, thank you!
So how can we help you?
Well, there are a few questions I wanted to ask you first.
Questions! Oh, that's what they ask when they point to you and you don't know. He knows what questions are. I can tell this one's going to be a good school. Teacher, because he's a teacher.
Would you be so kind, Master Tolchinsky, to ask us a question, any question at all?
It means a lot to us. It's been so long since anyone has asked us a good school question. Please.
Do you want a question on mathematics, or a question dealing with science, or perhaps a philosophical question?
Yeah. The first one, the philosophical question. Ask us that one, yeah.
Very well. What is the purpose of man's existence?
Oh! What a question! Lenya, did you ever hear such a beautiful question?
To think someone would ask us such a question like that!
Are you interested in the answer?
Oh, not today, thank you. To be asked one question like that in a lifetime is more than we could have ever expected. The answer should be given to someone much more worthy than we are.
But it's your birthright. Knowledge is everyone's birthright.
And everyone not born in Koyenchikov.
I don't understand.
You would, if you knew about the nurse.
What nurse?
Not the nurse, the hearse.
The hearse?
Oh, he means the purse.
What kind of purse?
The kind of purse that inflicts the wrath of God upon all those poor souls who are unfortunate enough to be born in this pitiful village.
Do you mean perhaps a curse?
Curse! Oh, that's what it is. I knew it sounded like that.
We were so close! So close!
You can't do... Oh, honey, I can't take it.
What is this curse you speak of, Doctor?
Lenya, bolt the doors, draw the curtains.
I can't draw curtains. I can draw a cat. Or a fish.
Never mind, lower your voice.
How low do you want my voice?
That's low enough. Oksana, Ludmilla, bring the book. It's on the shelf. You'll know which one it is. It's the only book we own. Young man, have you ever heard of The Curse of Koyenchikov?
No, I can't say that I have.
Really? You can't say that? It's not that hot. Even Lenya can say that.
The Curse of Koyenchikov!
Yeah, there you go.
What is this curse, Doctor?
200 years ago, a curse was put on the village that struck down every man, woman, child, and even domesticated animal, including all the ancestors for generations to come, leaving each and every one of them, and this you'll find hard to believe, with no more intelligence than a bump on a log.
Doctor, I don't believe in curses. Curses are old wives' tales.
No, you're thinking of Noitchka. In Noitchka, all the old wives have tails. That was their curse. Ours is altogether different.
But where did this curse come from? And who would inflict such a cruel punishment in such a simple and peaceful village?
Who indeed? Okay, it's not that heavy. It's all documented in the Book of Curses. I thought you said you dusted this.
I did! I put dust on it yesterday!
Here, read it for yourself. The page is marked.
The pages are all stuck together.
We marked the pages with maple syrup. Here, okay.
On the morning of April 11th, in the year 1691, in the village of Koyenchikov, two young people fell hopelessly in love.
I knew it! Whenever young people fall in love, you know a curse is coming.
But surely you've heard all this before.
Many times, but we never understood it.
So what happens?
The boy was a young, handsome, but illiterate farmer named Kazimir Yusekovich. The girl was the daughter of the most learned man in town, Mikhail Zubritsky.
Zubritsky? I've heard that name before.
I've seen it! I've seen it! On the front door somewhere in this neighborhood.
It's on your front door. Your name is Zubritsky.
Wait a minute. That means that the young man in the curse might possibly be related to our front door.
Mind you, I'm dealing with the smartest man in the town here. The young girl's name was Sophia Zubritsky. May I ask the name of the daughter whom you brought me here to teach?
Sophia.
Sophia. Sophia Zubritsky, the identical name of the girl in the curse from over 200 years ago?
I can't believe it, unless our daughter has been lying about her age.
The match was doomed from the start. When Sophia's educated father found out that the young Casimir was illiterate, he forbade Sophia to ever see him again. Casimir, distraught and despondent, ran into the woods where, not knowing north from south, east from west, he got hopelessly lost and was never seen again. Upon hearing of the loss of his son, Casimir's father, Vladimir Yusekovich, Casimir's father, Vladimir Yusekovich, Casimir's father, Vladimir Yusekovich, who caused people to tremble at the mention of his name.
Well, next time don't mention his name. Ey.
Casimir's father, Black, so-and-so, sometimes known as the sorcerer, for his ability to summon the powers of the devil himself, brought all the wrath and fury down upon Kolyenchikov.
Here it comes.
A curse, he cried out, a curse upon all who dwell in Kolyenchikov. May all be struck down by the ignorance that led to the loss of my son. May common sense become uncommon. May reason become unreasonable. May all within the boundaries of Kolyenchikov live in ignorance and die in ignorance. Until the day a Yusekovich marries a Zubritsky, may this village be cursed. May its inhabitants be unable to leave this cursed village until my final vengeance has been satisfied.
That would explain why the train doesn't stop here.
My initial impulse was to panic. My secondary impulse, however, was to panic. To educate is one thing, to break a curse is another. Still, I was never one to shy away from a challenge. We will break this curse, I promise you, by the simple, everyday, painstaking work of education. Now, since the curse began with the original Sophia Zubritsky, perhaps the key to ending it is with her direct descendant. Which one of these two young ladies is Sophia?
Is that a trick question?
No.
Is this some sort of, test?
No, I simply want to know which of these girls is Sophia.
Neither.
Oh, I am Oksana, youngest daughter of Lenya and Nikolai Zubritsky. I like to collect lint and stare at soil.
The scholar of the family!
I am Ludmilla, second daughter of Lenya and Nikolai Zubritsky, and I like to dance and dance and dance and dance.
Oh, that was lovely, Ludmilla.
I feel sick.
I'm charmed to meet the both of you, but we haven't a moment to lose if we are to break this curse. Can I see Sophia?
Oh, not from here. She's in the other room. I'll call her. Sophia!
Just be a moment. Hey, okay.
Master Tolchinsky, may I present to you Sophia Zubritsky. Sophia, this is the new schoolmaster, Leon Tolchinsky.
Miss Zubritsky? Is this vision of loveliness mortal, or have I been cast under some spell? I can hardly breathe at the sight of her, and my heart is racing. Careful, Leon. She is your pupil, not the object of your dormant feelings of passion. Miss Zubritsky, won't you please sit down?
She can do it. Okay. Okay. Follow the sound of my voice. No, wrong way. Okay. Tush.
Stick the tush out. The tush.
Come to Papa. Papa.
Down.
Squat.
Down.
That's down. Okay.
Down.
Go. See ya. Yeah. Wasn't that a good sit?
Yes, very nice. Miss Zubritsky, may I call you Sophia?
It's your name, sweetheart.
It's been very long since she's taken a test. I would be very pleased to have you call me Sophia.
Please, you must not distract the girls' concentration. I have come a very long way to help you with your education. I have every reason to believe that under ordinary circumstances, you have the capability of being an intelligent young woman. But someone has cast a cloud over these powers. It is my intention to remove that cloud so that enlightenment can once again shine through those unbelievably crystal clear blue eyes once again. But I need your help. Will you help me?
I would be very pleased to have you call me Sophia. She did it again!
That's 2 in a row.
To begin, I would like to ask you a few very simple questions. If we are to begin your education, it is important to know at what point to begin. Now then, what is your favorite color?
My favorite color?
Yes. Is it blue, red, orange, green? Any of them. Which one is your favorite?
I used to know the answer to that one.
I'll ask you again, Sophia. What is your favorite color?
Why is he being so hard on her? This isn't a university. My favorite color
Yes?
is yellow.
Yellow! Yellow is her favorite color. Why, Sophia? Why is yellow your favorite color?
Because it doesn't stick to your fingers as much. I think she's wrong. I think it's blue that doesn't stick to your fingers as much.
That's a very interesting answer, Sophia. There is a certain logic to her response. That logic escapes me completely. However, that does not alter the fact that she had something in mind. Sophia, I'm going to ask you something quite simple now. I'm going to ask you to make a wish. Do you know what a wish is?
Yes, a wish is something you hope for that doesn't come true.
Well, perhaps we can change all that. If you could make a wish that did come true, anything at all, what would you wish for?
What would I wish for?
Yes, Sophia. What would you wish for?
I would wish that I could fly like a bird, to soar over buildings and trees, to float on the wind and be carried far away, over mountains and rivers, to meet people in other villages, to see what the world was like, to know all the things that I shall never know, because I must remain here, in this place.
Sophia, that is the most beautiful wish I've ever heard. Don't you see what her wish means? To fly like a bird means to sever the bonds that chain her to ignorance. She wants to soar, to grow. She wants knowledge. And I, Leon Stepanovich Tolchinsky, make this promise that I will make Sophia Zubritsky's wish come true.
If you could do that, schoolmaster, I would be in your debt forever.
Your daughter has such a sweet soul and such a pure heart. Not another moment must be lost. We must begin as soon as possible. So I shall return in the morning at 8 sharp. What subject would you like to begin our studies with, Sophia?
I should like to begin with languages.
Languages, of course. Even I should have thought of that. Languages it shall be, my dear sweet Sophia. Which language would you like to start with first?
Rabbit, I think.
Rabbit?
A very hard language, Rabbit. Hardly anyone speaks it anymore.
As long as she gets a few phrases, it's enough to begin with.
Am I through for today?
Yes.
Then I shall go to my room. Until tomorrow, schoolmaster.
In all my life, I've never looked forward to a morning as much as tomorrow's.
The other direction, dear. No. There's nothing there. Okay.
You were about to go in the broom closet.
I think you are the most beautiful school teacher I've ever seen, Master Tolchinsky. I pray that you don't despair of Kolyenchikov and that you will stay with us forever.
Turn around. Oh, Jesus. You know, I've never seen our Sophia so radiant. Lenya, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm not even thinking what I'm thinking. What are you talking about?
I think our Sophia has taken a liking to the new schoolmaster.
If it is true, Dr. Zubritsky, then standing before you is the happiest man on the planet. Tell me, is she spoken for?
He's spoken for?
Does she have any suitors? Any young men come by and try to win her love?
We don't talk of such things.
Why not?
There is no one, known at all, not even him.
Him?
He doesn't mean him. He means someone else who isn't him.
Then there is someone. Who is it? I must know. It's of the greatest concern to me.
If I tell you who him was, you must promise you'll never tell it was I who told you it was him.
I promise.
Have you ever heard of Count Gregor of Kolyenchikov?
I can't say that I have.
Really? You can't say that? It's not that hot. Even Lenya can say that.
Count
Yes,
Gregor!
yes, I can say it. Who is he?
He's one of them, the ones who put the purse on us.
You mean a Yusekovich?
The last of his line.
Tell me about him and Sophia.
He proposes marriage to her twice a day.
Twice a day?
6:15 in the morning and 7:20 at night.
He cares for her that much?
He cares only about avenging his ancestors. If a Zubritsky marries a Yusekovich, they will be satisfied and the nurse will be over.
Does Sophia care for him?
She has said no for many years, but she can only resist for so much longer. The poor girl wants to sleep late just one morning.
What kind of man is this Count Yusekovich?
Like the rest of us.
You mean he's cursed as well?
He still lives in Kolyenchikov. He is not permitted to leave here either.
I understand. If I have a rival, then I'm more determined than ever to break this curse. God bless you both for your faith in me. Tomorrow, the education of Sophia Zubritsky begins. In all my excitement, I forgot to ask, what about lodgings?
Oh, don't worry about us. We'll be very comfortable right here.
Of course. I'll see you in the morning.
Oh, Master Tolchinsky, please, ask us again. Ask us the question. It makes us feel important.
Yes, certainly. What is the purpose of man's existence?
Oh, I'm sorry I asked. I'm all choked up again.
Wait a minute. I think I know. I think I know the answer.
To the purpose of man's existence?
It's true. When I first heard it, I didn't understand, but suddenly something came to me. I know my limitations, but still, I think I really know the answer.
Tell me, Dr. Zubritsky, tell me what you think the answer is.
I think it's 12.
12.
Oh, what's wrong? I can tell by your face. 14.
I think you missed the point.
Well, it's less than 100, I know that. Even I'm not that stupid. 83. 46.
We'll discuss it when we get to philosophy. Don't think about it. Get some sleep. Until tomorrow. Good night. 12? That's it. I'm leaving, so I'll say goodbye. I was going to stay and try to break the curse, but after he said 12, I knew it was time to go. What I must do now is try to forget Sophia. I must.
Schoolmaster?
Sophia, where are you?
Down here. I had to see you once more.
Without a shawl. In the cool night air, you're gonna come down with a bad cold.
Oh, I never catch colds.
You don't?
I've tried. I just never learned how.
Be grateful. Some things aren't worth knowing.
I know that something happened a long time ago that prevents me from knowing what happened a long time ago. If only you had known me the way I might have been instead of the way I am. Could you ever care for someone who never became the way I might have been?
Could I ever care for someone who never... I see what you're getting at. I see what you mean. Yes, I could, I would, I shall, I have, I will, I do.
Is that rabbit you're speaking?
If it sounds like gibberish, Sophia, it's because you do that to me. When words come from the heart, they sometimes trip over the tongue.
Then I must watch where I walk when you speak. I must go. Everything depends upon tomorrow.
And if not tomorrow, then the tomorrow after tomorrow, and all the tomorrows for the rest of my life, if that's what it takes.
No, it all rests upon tomorrow. If we fail, we shall never see each other again.
Never see each other? What do you mean?
I never know what I mean. I do have thoughts, but they seem to disappear before they reach my lips.
If I could ever reach your lips, I would never disappear.
Do you wish to kiss me?
With all my heart.
No, I meant with your lips.
An even better suggestion. Where are you?
Up here?
If only she were ugly, I'd be halfway home by now. Stay where you are. I'll come to you.
All right.
After a while, you get the hang of it.
Here I am. As we kissed, I felt a strange flutter in my heart.
So did I.
You felt a strange flutter in my heart as well? And yet, your hair is so much shorter. I must go. I'm about to fall asleep and I want to get to bed on time.
I'd best find some comfortable lodgings before the storm begins. Now, I know the dangers of falling in love with such a simple soul. It would mean a lifetime of pure, blissful passion and very, very short conversations.
Was that you?
I beg your pardon?
Were you the one making those dreadful noises?
No, Snetsky, that's thunder and lightning. It's caused by extreme atmospheric pressures in the skies above us.
Well, whoever did is gonna get Count Yusekovich angry at us.
Count Yusekovich?
He's the one who lives at the big house at the top of the hill. Whenever he hears someone make that noise, he throws water down on us.
No, Snetsky, that's rain. Rain.
Umbrellas! Umbrellas for sale! Get your umbrellas before he throws the water!
Yanchna, no one's throwing water. It's rain from the skies caused by a buildup of condensed moisture.
You can tell that to these fools, but I used to be a substitute teacher. Umbrellas.
Would either of you know a place to stay?
What's going on? What's all that racket?
I knew it! I knew he would throw water down on us. Every time I wash my cows, you know he's going to throw water.
Mishkin, would you happen to know a place to...
Uh-oh. Count Yusekovich is gonna propose again.
This could be the day. One yes for her, and we could always be smart again.
You mean you want Sophia to marry him?
Not unless you wanted to, but it would be nice to remember my first name.
That's a terrible sacrifice to ask of Sophia. Surely you wouldn't ask that of her.
What kind of a sacrifice? To live up in a big house on a hill? To have those little macaroons whenever you want? To have a maid brush your teeth for you before you go to bed every night?
But does she love him?
I beg your pardon?
Does she love him?
We don't have any.
Don't have any what?
Love. It's part of the curse.
I don't understand.
Uh-oh. I hear him coming. You better leave, schoolmaster. He doesn't like people around.
Yes, sir. Is it true that there is no love in Klienchikov?
Well, I can't speak for all of Kulyenchikov, but alas, there's no love in my house. My late husband has been gone 14 years.
I'm sorry.
14 years is a long time to be late. I wish he were dead.
I'm breaking out in cold sweats. The thought of losing Sophia terrifies me. I'm going to eavesdrop.
Sophia? Sweet Sophia. Time to wake up, my pretty one. Time to get proposed to. She's asleep. Perhaps a pebble will awaken her.
Who did that?
It is I, Count Yusekovich.
Good evening, sir. Oh, there's the head. Okay.
I've come to propose.
Well, you're a little late. I'm married almost 26 years.
Nikolai!
I'm out here, Lenya. What do you want?
Some bandages! My feet are bleeding from walking on that glass. Who are you talking to?
It is I, Count Yusekovich. I've come to propose to Sophia.
Oh, she's a little busy. She's throwing some water on the drapes. They're on fire.
The drapes are on fire?
Well, I had to light something. It was dark. I couldn't find my candle.
Papa, what's going on?
Did we wake you, darling?
No, I was reading by the light of the drapes.
I must be crazy marrying into this family.
The Count wants to propose to you, darling. Go ahead, Count Yusekovich.
Can't we be alone?
No, I think Sophia should hear this too. Silly goose.
Very well. Sophia, will you marry me?
Oh, this is so romantic. If only my feet weren't bleeding.
I'm sorry, Count Yusekovich, but marriage is a very great step to take, and I do not wish to take it while I do not have the intelligence to know what I am stepping into. Good night, sir. Good night, Papa. Good night, Mama.
Good night, son. Oh, when you're through reading, darling, don't forget to put out the drapes.
I do not give up easily. I will be back tomorrow. Having them for in-laws is a curse worse than the curse.
Pray God it never happens.
What's that? Who's there? Come out, I say.
Forgive me, sir. I was just passing by. May I introduce myself?
I know who you are. You're the new young school teacher who's come here in a pathetic attempt to break the curse of Kuyenchikov.
As I have just witnessed your pathetic attempt to win Sophia.
Everyone's a critic. The curse cannot be broken unless you educate her, which you can't. Or if she marries me.
Which she won't. Why don't you pursue some other girl?
Did you ever see the other girls in Kuyenchikov? They look like me.
For a man so powerful, you have an amazing lack of self-esteem. I am sorry for you. Good day, sir.
Not good day. One day.
I beg your pardon?
Were you not aware that if at the end of one brief day you have not succeeded to raise her intellect, you must be gone from our village? To remain for even 1 second past the allotted time means you will fall victim to the curse yourself. I love that part.
I cannot believe such nonsense. Threaten me all you want, sir, but I will never leave. To be honest, I love Sophia Zubritsky.
Love? There is no love in Kuyenchikov. It's part of the curse.
You mean Sophia cannot love me?
You have 1 day to figure that out, sir. 1 single day. 25 measly hours.
24.
What?
There are 24 hours in a day.
I believe you are thinking of February. Good night, sir.
But is it true? If I cannot teach Sophia in 24 hours, she'll never be able to love me?
Leon!
Sophia, are you all right?
I must talk to you someplace where we'll not be seen.
Wherever you say.
Can you meet me here?
Yes. When?
Now.
Now. Of course. That's where I am.
Leon, I overheard your conversation with the Count. I cannot be taught. You must leave Kuyenchikov at once.
Never without you.
Then take me with you. Tonight.
But the curse.
It cannot be broken. But we can live in the swamp and eat brown roots, and I will become old and ugly and more stupid and more ignorant and never love you. But at least we'll be together.
Well, that wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
Then we are lost.
No, Sophia, I will teach you. I will break the curse. Tomorrow, I promise you.
Oh, Leon, I wish I could love you.
You will, Sophia. Tomorrow, I promise.
Until tomorrow.
What is it?
I couldn't sleep. I'm so frightened.
Don't be frightened, Sophia.
Oh, Leon, if I could know the feeling of loving you for just one day, I would endure 100,000 years of curses. Good night, Leon.
She asks not what it means to be loved, but to know what it means to give her love to another. I think I've wandered into a very special place. I love Yensha. I love Mishkin. And Snetsky. And yes, even Count Yusekovich. All of them. God, give me the strength to break this curse. Oh, and by the way, I urge you to give the matter some thought yourselves. After all, you're all sitting within the boundaries of Kolyenchikov. Therefore, I wish us both the best of luck.
Any news?
About what?
About what? About the curse, of course. Has it been lifted yet?
How would I know?
Let's see if there's anything in the newspapers.
Good idea.
Nope, nothing in there. Maybe there'll be something next edition.
Come, Lenya, let us pray. Pray for deliverance. Okay, there's the back. Dear Lord, who art in heaven, we art in Kolyenchikov, and boy art we in trouble.
We art a simple people, dear Lord. Forgive us our sins, dear Lord.
We know not what we do, because we know not what we do.
So please, help us to know that we're doing the right thing. Perhaps you could send us a sign? Wow, that was quick. Thank you.
Oh, we always forget this part. Okay.
Amen.
Oh, I think that was the door. It must be the schoolmaster. You better call Sophia.
Good morning. Do you know what time it is?
10 to 6.
7:15.
Quarter to 9. No.
We don't have a clock.
You don't understand.
Does that surprise you?
The Count said I have only 24 hours to break the curse after I arrived in Kolyenchikov. I arrived yesterday morning at 9. It's 8 now. That means I have only 1 hour. That doesn't even leave me 1 hour. I just used an entire minute telling you how much time I haven't got left. God help me.
Oh, what a shame! You just missed him! He was just here!
Good morning, Mama. Good morning, Papa. Good morning, schoolmaster.
She got all 3 right. This is going to be her day, I know it.
And looking more radiant than ever.
Where shall we sit?
With all due respect, I need Sophia's full concentration this morning. I must ask you both to leave the room.
By all means, we will see that you are not disturbed. Goodbye, Sophia.
Do as the schoolmaster tells you.
Oh, If you succeed, schoolmaster, send us a signal by rapping on the window 3 times, followed by 2 short ones.
Followed by 6 long ones.
And if you fail, then you should rap 7 times quickly.
Followed by 3 times shortly.
But if you want lunch, then you have
Will you please leave?
Hey, we're going, jeez.
This is going to be it, Nikolai. I feel it in my bones.
That could just be lumbago. I am a doctor.
Well, I'm a mother.
Would you lower your voice? He can hear you.
Well, I'm a mother. Why do you look so much taller to me
I
lately?
can't deal with you.
Sophia, last night I decided that the task before us is one step beyond impossible. I knew I would fail and that I would have to leave Klienchikov like all those who have failed before me. But today, looking into your eyes, I know there is no life for me without you. Therefore, we must not think of failure. We cannot afford to despair. Only a miracle can save us, Sophia, and we must try to make that miracle happen.
What is a miracle?
A miracle is a wish that God makes. You are a miracle, Sophia.
You mean God wished for me?
In one of his most sublime moments, we must hurry. This is a primary book of mathematics. It's used to teach very small children very simple problems in arithmetic.
Do you think it's too advanced for me?
Not at all. We can't go back any further than this book. Now, let us begin. 1 is the symbol, the word, the figure for a single item. Now then, I am holding up 1 finger. Now, I am holding up a 2nd finger. 1 plus 1 is 2. Can you repeat that for me, Sophia?
Which part?
1
1
plus 1
plus 1
is 2.
is 2.
Yes, wonderful. We're making headway. Slow, invisible headway. I'm very proud of you, Sophia. Would you like to go on?
Yes. History, please. I hope I can master it as well as I have mathematics.
Well, I honestly don't think we've conquered mathematics yet. There are other things that could come up. Let's continue. 1 plus 2 is 3.
Am I finished with 1 plus 1?
You are if you remember the answer.
I remembered it before. Is it necessary for me to remember it again?
Of course it's necessary to remember it again. It's necessary to remember it always.
You mean you will always be asking me what 1 plus 1 is?
No, but once you tell me what the answer is, we can move on to other things, like 1 plus 2 and 1 plus 3 and so on. But if you don't know the meaning to 1 plus 1, then the meaning to 1 plus 2 is meaningless.
Do you know how much 1 plus 1 is?
Certainly.
Then why is it necessary for me to know? Certainly, if you have such esteem and affection for me, you will tell me the answer whenever I ask you.
Because I will not always be around to tell you. You must know for yourself in case other people ask you.
Oh, no one here asks questions like that. Even if I told them, they wouldn't know if the answer was right.
Because they're all cursed with ignorance, and we're trying to lift that debilitating affliction.
You're getting angry with me. What's the point in being educated if you get angry? Before you asked me such questions, you always said the loveliest things to me. Is this what it's like being intelligent?
Forgive me, Sophia. It is I not being intelligent. It's frustration and impatience that drives me to such crude behavior. I'm sorry. Let's try again. 1 plus 1 is 2. Repeat.
1 plus 1 is 2. Repeat.
No, don't repeat the word repeat. Just repeat the part before the word repeat. Now, listen carefully. 1 plus 1 is 2. Repeat.
What were you like as a little boy?
What was I like as a little boy?
You're shouting again!
I was inquisitive, probing, wondering why we were put on this earth and what the purpose of man's existence was.
The purpose of man's existence?
Sophia, you must stop asking me questions. Our time is nearly gone.
Then how am I going to learn?
You must answer what I ask, Sophia, not what you want me to answer.
Then I will only learn what you want to know. Why can't I learn what I want to know?
Because what you want to know is of no practical value. What I want to teach you is acceptable knowledge.
Is knowing what you were like as a little boy not acceptable knowledge?
Of course not. It's of no significance at all.
But it's much more interesting than that which is significant.
But I'm not trying to interest you, Sophia. I'm trying to educate you.
I know. But while you failed to educate me, you never failed to interest me. I find that very significant.
There's nothing like the logic of an illogical mind. Let's try one more time.
She must be speaking rabbit like a bunny by now.
How much longer is this gonna take? I haven't sold a single sausage all morning.
Good morning, Dr. Zawitsky. I have an urgent letter for Schoolmaster Tolchinsky.
Quiet, please. This is a school zone.
I have an important letter for him. It's marked urgent, so I took my time making sure I brought it to the right place.
Oh, you're getting better, Michigan. It took me over a month to get my urgent letter.
He's busy teaching at the moment. Bring it back later. Oh, quiet everyone. The schoolmaster wants to speak. Please let this be the answer to our prayers.
She is the same as always. I have only moments, and I must ask this quickly, for I may not have the intelligence to ask this again later. Because of my deep devotion to your daughter, Sophia, I would like to ask for her hand in marriage. I ask this of you now while I still love her. In a few minutes, I may not know the meaning of the word. Before the clock in the church steeple strikes 9, I hope you have an answer for me.
Well, he's a nice young man, I'll say that. Very ambitious. Lenya, what do you think?
If a man can't break a simple car's house, he's gonna put bread on the table.
And what about Trumbull?
Who?
Trumbull. The one who throws the water.
Michigan's right. It's his curse. He would never permit such a marriage.
Wait! There is one chance. If a stranger marries a Koyenshkovite before he becomes, like us, he is free to take her away from here.
I didn't know that.
It was added to the curse a couple years ago to make it more exciting.
You would never see your daughter again, but you know she was happy and getting smarter every day.
Oh, give in! Doctor, give it your permission!
If you don't give it to her, give it to me.
Well, I don't know. It's a decision and I can't make decisions. I'll need to think about this.
What are you doing, Leon?
Having my last thoughts. One final pleasurable moment of reason.
Then I was right. A wish is something you hope for that doesn't come true.
I'm sorry. I cannot help you soar over mountains and lakes, Sophia. But I will not leave you. I would rather live my life in ignorance than live my life without you.
Oh, Leon, I would do anything to save you from this calamity. Anything!
Listen! The church bell!
I may never have the chance to say these words again.
The time is up!
Remember, Sophia, hold on to the memory of what I'm about to say.
Something stinks about this, and it's not my fish.
Remember the way I looked into your eyes.
Say yes, husband. Give them permission quickly.
All the love I would have given you in a lifetime must be compressed into a final instant.
Yes, I'll give it. I'll go in there and give my permission right now.
Goodbye, sweet Sophia. I did not love you long, but I loved you well.
Now I'll just wait to see what time it is first. How many?
Tell everyone in Klienchikov that I...
Okay.
9 o'clock and all is well.
Oh, they're coming.
Mama, Papa, everyone, the schoolmaster has something to say. Let us all listen. Leon, didn't you have something to say?
Yes, but you said we should all listen.
Oh, no.
He's got that look on his face I've seen before.
It's the same look you've got on your face.
No, I meant that we will all listen while you tell us what you have to say.
Oh, I see. Thank you. Actually, I don't have much to say at all.
There's no fool like a new fool.
Young man, do you still want to marry my daughter?
Marry your daughter? Why, what is the meaning of this?
Just a moment ago you asked if you could
No,
have...
what is the meaning of the word marry? I'm afraid I don't speak rabbit.
I knew he'd never make it when he bought that whitefish from me.
All right, break it up. Move along. You've all seen tomfoolery before. Let's keep it moving. Come on.
If you ever want this urgent letter from me, just let me know. Not that anything in your life's urgent anymore.
Well, I'll just go plant some vegetables in the garden. We can all have salad for dinner tonight.
Yes. So, young man, what are your plans now that everything has fallen apart?
I'm not sure. The absence of thought is going to take some getting used to.
Oh, well, you might try politics. You seem very well suited for it.
Oh, this? This is an old suit. If I went into politics, I would need all new clothes.
This is really just one doctor's opinion, but when you catch a curse, you really catch a curse. Don't stay up too late, darling. I want you to go up to the roof later and take the canary for a walk.
I'm sorry, Sophia. Weren't we in the middle of our lesson when the clock began to chime? What were we saying?
You said that you loved me, and that I should savor it and keep it as a memory because very soon you would not love me ever again. Do you not love me now, Leon?
Love you. I'm afraid I don't know the meaning of the word. Perhaps if you kissed me. Would you like to?
With all my heart.
No, I meant with your lips.
I know what you meant. Oh, Leon, the less you know, the better you kiss.
And the better I kiss, the more brilliant I become. Look at me, Sophia. Look at me and tell me what you see.
I see a very good kisser dirtying my father's chair.
No, Sophia, you see a man of intellect inspired by love. I am not cursed, Sophia. I still have all my intelligence. I only pretended to be stupid.
You pretended to be stupid?
Yes.
That doesn't sound very intelligent to me.
It will soon, I promise.
But the curse?
It had no effect on me. Oh, I was plenty worried, I admit, especially when the clock began to chime. But when nothing happened, I suddenly realized you could only be cursed if you allow yourself to be. Klienchikov's lack of intelligence is self-inflicted, caused by fear and guilt. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Everything but the explanation.
If a parent were to tell their child that they were naughty from the day they were born, that child will grow up believing they're a worthless human being. From the day you were born, you were told you were all stupid. Now do you understand?
Not as well as before.
When I was standing there, I suddenly became inspired. I hit upon a plan that will break the curse and save you from Yusecovich.
Oh, what is it?
You must marry Yusecovich.
Are you still pretending to be stupid?
No, Sophia, I don't mean Count Gregor.
Thank goodness. You frightened me half to death.
You will marry me. I will be Yusecovich. Do you understand?
Don't ask me that question anymore.
Trust me, Sophia, the wedding will be tomorrow. Tomorrow the curse will be over. Tomorrow you will be intelligent. Tomorrow, Sophia, you will love me.
Oh, Leon, I'm so excited! Tonight, I will clear all the nonsense out of my head to make room for all of the knowledge that will be coming in. I love rearranging things!
The plan begins. I must find Count Yusecovich.
Was he just talking about me? You like him, don't you? Admit it. I would give up all my wealth and power if I could be the hero for once. I wouldn't have to wear this dumb outfit. People would applaud when I come on. You're not even listening, are you? All you care about is getting those stupid kids together. I hope it's raining when you leave the theater.
Oh, good day, Count Yusecovich. Something Tolchinsky.
Listen to this conversation. What is it, something?
Well, I couldn't help overhearing what you just said, and even though I've lost most of my intelligence...
All of it?
All of it. I am not without some feelings. It pains me to know that being disliked makes you so unhappy.
Well, that's easy for you to say. You don't like me much either, do you?
Well, I don't dislike you.
Well, do you like me?
No, not much.
You see!
Because you never do anything redeeming. Why not?
I don't know. It's the way I was brought up, I guess. You know, my father always told me, ever since I was a little boy, if you want to hold your power over these people, you must never, ever be nice to them. Always make them fear and tremble.
Did you like your father?
Oh, he was all right, I guess.
You didn't like your father, did you?
Don't tell anyone. When I was 9 months old, I tried to crawl away from home.
There you are. Then the answer to being like this is to do something redeeming. Isn't there something good you could do for the village?
You mean like a barbecue?
Well, that's a start. But I was thinking on a much grander scale, like lifting the curse.
How can I? The curse cannot be lifted unless Sophia marries me.
Or another Eusekimus.
There is none. I am the last of the line.
Unless you have a son.
But I'm not even married. I may be a villain, but I don't fool around. Maybe that's why I'm so unhappy.
You don't have to be married. You can adopt a son.
Adopt a son? Who?
Me.
You!
I'm single, available, ready, and willing. I may not be intelligent, but I will be once the curse is lifted.
I've always wanted a son. Someone to take on fishing trips.
I never really had a father.
Leon, my boy, I'd spoil you like anything.
That's okay, Dad.
And the people would like me, wouldn't they?
They already do. Look at them. They're smiling. Even up there.
Yes, I see. Oh, God bless you. You don't know how much this means to me.
Then, let us go and sign the adoption papers and notify Sophia's family. Are you ready, Dad?
Let me just look at all their smiling faces again. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Especially you. Sorry about wishing rain upon you. Terribly rude of me. Perhaps we can all get lunch together sometime next week? Until then, you're all invited to my son's wedding. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is get your shoes bronzed. And then we can have a catch and do something with cats in a cradle.
Doesn't Miss Zubritsky look beautiful?
Isn't it bad luck for the mother of the bride to see the postman before the wedding?
Yeah! This is it, Slovich. After 200 years, the curse will finally be lifted.
I just had a terrible thought.
What's that?
Suppose they lift the curse and I find out I was really stupid in the first place.
Papa!
Son!
Remember, if I still appear stupid, I'm only pretending. It's all part of the plan.
Oh, you must be very proud of him.
Not even my son for 10 minutes, and he's never given me a moment of trouble.
Shh! Quiet! Everyone, quiet! They're coming! They're coming!
Doesn't she look lovely? I don't know why, but the sight of a bride always makes me cry.
That's funny. Every time I see a groom, I always sneeze.
There, but for me goes her.
I hope she remembers to give me her change of address.
Make way! Make way! Oh, shut up. Thanks for the help. We are gathered here today, dear friends, to witness the joining of two souls in holy matrimony. It is the goodwill and generous benevolence of our dear friend, the Count, that makes this blessed union possible. Thank you, Count.
Kind.
Will the groom step before me, please?
That's you, Bubala.
And will the bride step forward?
Oh, Jesus.
Forward, Sophia. Forward.
Go, go.
I thought there wasn't going to be any dancing until the reception.
Leon, your plan was brilliant!
Thank you, Sophia.
Who giveth away this bride?
I giveth away this bride.
Why do you giveth away this bride?
Because he asketh me for her. And I nodded my head. And he taketh her.
That soundeth splendid. Do you, Leon, son of Count Gregor Mikhailovich Brezhnovsky Fyodor Yusekovich...
No, not today. You don't have to do it today. It's a holiday. You flatter me.
Do you, Leon, take Sophia to have and to hold from this day on?
I have.
No, I do.
You do.
No, you do.
He will, he does. Say it.
He will, he does. There, I said it.
Don't say what I say what he says.
What did he say?
I do. Just say I do.
I did.
Close enough.
I'm beginning to hate this curse. I swear to God.
And do you, Sophia, take Leon in sickness and in health, for better or for worse, for as long as you both shall live.
I do!
The ring, please.
I have it. The ring that Casimir Yusekovich was going to place on the young Sophia 200 years ago.
Ooh. Very nice. That's not a ring, that's a doorknob.
Well, that ought to help if they get locked out of the house.
Repeat after me, please. With this ring I thee wed.
With this ring I thee wed.
No! Just the bride and the groom, please. Thank you.
Sorry.
With this ring, I thee wed.
Now, before I pronounce this holy union, is there any among you who has just cause or reason as to why Leon and Sophia should not be joined in eternal wedlock? Then, by the power invested in me as chief magistrate to the village of Kolyenchikov, I now pronounce the...
Well, maybe there's one tiny little thing.
You have an objection to this marriage?
You bet I have. This boy is not my son. This son is not my boy.
What are you saying, Father?
You think I'm crazy? Why should I give up a cute little bundle of noodle brains like her?
But the adoption papers...
They're false. You trusted me so much you didn't even read them. And here are the documents for proof. I did not adopt him. I divorced him. According to these documents, we are not father and son. We are no longer husband and wife.
Dear God, my daughter almost married a divorced woman!
Let me breathe.
Leon, is this part of the plan?
No, Sophia. I'm sorry.
But fear not, dear friends. I may be a venomously treacherous snake, but I'm not a wet blanket. There will be a wedding.
My daughter will not marry an impostor.
An impostor? No. But a Yusekovich. You, good doctor, have placed your daughter's hand in marriage to Yusekovich, and a pledge, once given, must be honored.
It's true. It is the law. I helped write it myself.
And I am the last true Yusekovich.
Leon, do you not object to this marriage?
What can I do, Sophia? I'm helpless.
Oh, boo-hoo. Come on, I haven't all day.
Come on then, let's get it over with. There's been a hotel room booked with this honeymoon for 200 years.
That's disgusting.
I'm sorry, daughter, with all my heart. Truly sorry.
At least you'll get better dinners at his place.
Dearly
We did
beloved...
that part, we heard that. I do. Ask her. She's the one.
And do you, Sophia, take Count Gregor for as long as you both shall live?
Say it, darling. You'll be rich and smart. It's better than happiness.
Goodbye, Leon. Goodbye. Forever. I do.
Then, by the power invested in me as chief magistrate to the village of Kolyenchikov...
You forgot about the other part.
What other part?
The part if anybody objects. And I object.
What's that?
On what grounds?
On the grounds that I haven't received my urgent letter yet.
What kind of grounds is that?
I have an urgent letter for Schoolmaster Tolchinsky.
For me, whatever shall it be.
Finish the ceremony while he's reading the letter.
I can't. It's against the law. I helped write it myself.
It's bad news, I'm afraid. My uncle and sole remaining relative has just passed away in St. Petersburg, leaving me nothing but all his debts.
Oh, shame. When you're going downhill, it gets faster at the bottom.
Before he died, he said he blamed all his misfortunes on the selfish and vindictive characters of his distant relatives, and that even changing his last name to Tolchinsky could not help him escape destiny's fingers.
What was his name before it was Tolchinsky?
Yusekovich.
Uh-oh.
Those distant relatives will get you every time!
Leon, do you know what this means?
No. What?
You'll know in a few minutes. Now take your place next to my daughter. She's going to marry the right one this time.
The letter didn't say any of that at all. It was from my former college, telling me I still owed them last year's tuition.
Hurry, Leon, hurry!
I have planted a seed of an idea in their minds. Pray God that idea takes root.
All right, everyone, take your places. Let's go.
Okay.
Nikolai?
Oh,
Nikolai, there you are.
Good.
Jesus, Sophia, stop.
I don't want to spend the rest of my life marrying the same girl. Are we ready, everyone?
Ready.
Do you, Leon, take Sophia?
I do.
And do you, Sophia? Oh, God, is there anyone who objects?
Actually, terribly rude of you.
No one
Yes.
Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Then, by the power invested in me as chief magistrate of the village of Kolyenchikov, I now pronounce thee husband and wife.
I have never heard a noise like that in my entire life.
That felt like my head cracked open.
Like what?
Like my head cracked open.
I'm afraid to ask it.
Go ahead, ask it.
But what if we're wrong?
And what if we're right? Ask it!
Cat. C. A. T.
Dog.
D-O-G.
Oh my God, it's a miracle!
Miracle. M-I-R-A-C-L-E. Miracle.
Extra! What's 7 plus 5?
12.
Plus 12?
24.
Plus 48?
72. Name 5 world capitals.
Athens, Bucharest, Cairo, London, and
You can do it.
Constantinople.
The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth like the gentle rain from heaven.
That's beautiful. Did you write that yourself?
I think so. Or else where I've got it from.
Okay.
Nikolai, I feel funny. Weak in the knees, a faintness in my head.
It's all right, my dear. Your blood is just pulsating from the excitement. Sometimes that can cause the adrenal glands to secrete, resulting in a rush to the head.
I never knew you were such a brilliant doctor.
I'm just an average doctor. I worry about you because I love you, my dear.
And I love you, Nikolai. Even when I couldn't say it, I always knew that I loved you.
Leon, are you now as you were before I became what I am?
I am more than I've ever been or dreamed could be possible.
I love you, Leon.
I adore you, Sophia.
You mean it's over? The curse is broken?
Speak for yourself, Count Gregor.
Land. I should have put my money in land. Oh, you can never go wrong with real estate.
Well, it all depends on the political situation at the time. And as Irish governments, land is a sensitive issue.
Such brilliant conversation. All my power over them is gone.
Power is a useless weapon over the enlightened, Count Gregor. We are all equal citizens here.
All men are equal citizens. Women have been subjugated long before there were any curses.
Now, Lenya, you know I love you, but that is a very radical point of view.
Excuse
I mean, who
me?
are you to think
You're
that women...
sleeping on the couch tonight!
Excuse me, that bed is mine, woman!
It was your faith and courage that won over ignorance.
No, Sophia. It was your pure heart and trusting soul that gave me that faith and courage. It was love that destroyed the curse, not my puny efforts.
Leon, I do not wish to argue those points right now. I just wish you would give me more room to express
my own views.
And I welcome your views. I just wish you had all the facts first before you became so adamant.
Well, schoolmaster, you got your wish.
Yes. What about you, Count Yusekovich? What are you going to do now that you're intelligent?
Thanks to you, I'll probably have to work for a living now. Well, cousin, my congratulations. I wish you both a long and happy marriage.
Thank you. And may I wish the same good fortune onto you.
Please. I've been cursed once in my life. I know when I'm well off.
When you think about it, it's not such a bizarre story after all. Haven't you all met someone in your life who comes from a place like Klienchikov? Your uncle, your aunt, your neighbor, your boss. Of course, once the curse was lifted, we became like any other town or village in any other part of the world, susceptible to all the ups and downs of normal life. The magistrate, for example.
After 2 more years in office, greed got to the better part of him and he was convicted for taking bribes for political favors. He served 2 years in jail and eventually sold his memoirs for a great fortune.
Mishkin gave up the postal service and became a writer. He wrote a 600-page story about the curse of Klienchikov and sent it off to a publisher. Unfortunately, it got lost in the mail.
Yenchna, a shrewd businesswoman, now owns 17 houses in all of Klienchikov, including Count Gregor's. And as an investment for the future, she bought land in 6 other towns, all with curses on them.
Slovich, with all his life savings, bought 4 more butcher shops in a town that really only needed one, and went bankrupt in a month, confirming his greatest fear that with or without a curse, he really didn't have much brains.
Snetsky, with his newly acquired intelligence, found his sheep, gathered his wool, and became a philanthropist, giving out woolen scarves to the neediest of his neighbors who couldn't afford to come in out of the cold.
Count Gregor became more and more lovable, studied theology, and is now the local monk. During the drought season, he goes up on the hill and prays to God to throw water down on them.
Mrs. Zubritsky suddenly found a voice of her own. She became the first woman mayor of Klienchikov. Her daughters,
Oksana
And Ludmilla,
became a minister of agriculture,
the Minister of the Arts.
where Oksana could still stare at soil
And Ludmilla could still dance and dance and dance.
and get paid for doing so.
As for Mayor Zubritsky, her husband sees her by appointment only.
Dr. Zubritsky became one of the finest doctors in all of Russia. He was recently admitted to the Academy of Sciences. However, he still has trouble opening jars.
As for Sophia, she was and still is a miracle.
Not that we don't have our differences. Not that all our days are blissfully happy.
But she has a wisdom that can never be found in books. She has in turn become my teacher, and I have learned that there's nothing in this world that could destroy a heart of devoted love. As for myself, I remained the school teacher and dedicated my life to the education of the unenlightened. After all, there are so many Klienchikovs in this world.